Let's go.
What's going on, team? Nick here, and today I'm going to share with you my personal progression for being able to jump high when you're competing with kata, and we're getting started right now. Alright, now in case you didn't already know this, in traditional katas, we wouldn't actually be jumping much higher than the knee. It's just in competition that you'll see a lot of people trying to jump as high as they can to show athleticism and body coordination, body control. But in all reality, if I was in a real situation, I had somebody like this clown trying to kick me, if he kicked at this level here, I probably wouldn't try to jump over that. Anything between like knee and stomach height, I probably wouldn't rely on me jumping over it. But where this jump would come into play in reality is if he was kicking at my feet or swinging something at my feet where I could then jump over it. But like I said, in competition, judges like to see you being able to jump high and still land in a nice, controlled, perfectly placed stance so that they can assess your athleticism, your body control, and your body coordination. So in today's video, we're just going to talk about a few steps that I like to use to help me get my jump nice and high. Now personally, I use a 5-step progression for working on my jumps, with the first step being just getting warmed up and stretching out. Now if you're doing a kata with jumps in it, I assume you've been training for a little while and you probably already have stretches and warm-ups that work well for your body. So we're not going to cover them too much. Just make sure you focus a lot on your hips, knees, and ankles. That way as you're moving, you're not going to twist anything. Now the last step I want to mention really fast is just doing the jump how it's done in the kata. So the middle three, those are going to be the ones that really bring our jump to the next level and get us the training that we need. Alright, just a quick tip about step number 1 where we're getting stretched and getting warm. Make sure that you get your entire body warmed up, so you should have a little bit of a sweat going before you actually attempt any of the jumps or any of these training exercises. That way we don't wind up pulling something or injuring ourselves in any way. But do whatever is best for your body. Just make sure that you're all stretched out and warmed up before we go on to step number 2. Alright, step number 2, we're essentially going to be doing a skip. But we want to work on height, not distance. So as we do this, let's focus on tucking our knee up as high as we can and then driving through our bottom foot. We want to make sure our knee is up this way and not kicked back this way. So you'll see a lot of people go this way here. Now what that is going to do is it's going to really lower my maximum height of my jump. If I just kick this foot back, I only get this far off the ground. But if I bring my knee up as high as I can, I automatically have a jump that's up at about chest or stomach level, which serves to be an incredible advantage as we're doing this because we don't have to be able to jump super high. All you need to be able to have is this explosion and then speed, which is what we're going to work on in this next step. So in step number 3, we're going to put ourselves to a challenge and we're going to work on our speed of our other leg. So our right leg in this case is going to tuck up as high as we can to our chest, and then my left leg is going to tuck up and then land down on the same leg. So it's pretty easy to tuck this knee up and then switch, but to put a little bit of a challenge in there and to work on the speed of this tuck position, we're going to bring this knee up, tuck, and then land on the same leg. You can challenge yourself by doing this as many times as you want, but the main goal is to really get that tuck position really comfortable. Alright, now in our last step before we go into the actual jump, all we're going to do is we're going to work on the very last section. So my goal for this one is to jump and tuck my knees up as high as I can, and then land in whatever stance your kata asks for. So in this case, I'm going to work on the jump that lands into a back stance here. So I'm going to tuck my knees up as high as I can and then just land into that back stance. And we're going to work on this landing just as much or sometimes even more than the height of your jump, because even if you're not jumping super high, you still do need to land in a good strong stance. Otherwise your whole technique is rendered pretty much useless. Alright, now last thing to keep in mind for step number 4 is that we want both feet to land firmly at the same time and not have them land separately like this. All right, so we are on to step number 5. This is our final step where we're actually gonna be working the jump from the actual kata. And this one, you're gonna have to change it up depending on your style and your kata that you're working on. But something really important to keep in mind is that we're not gonna focus on spinning during pretty much any of these jumps, because if I focus on bringing my body around, I'm definitely gonna over rotate and you can hurt your legs or you'll just fall over. So we want to make sure that we're just going to do the jump from the position we're in and then let our body rotate naturally in the air with that tucked position. That way you can throw your feet down and catch yourself in a controlled manner. Alright, now that I am sweating like crazy, we're going to go ahead and close it out, but make sure down below, comment with the kata that you do that has a jump in it. That way we can kind of see what everybody else is doing. But hit some of these other videos on the side, check out what we've done, let us know any video requests that you may have. But other than that, have an awesome time training it, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Alright, peace.